Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Adam Ray.
It's Hester trying to work it back to the middle. Gets past the first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
Brought to you by Circa Sports Illinois, the sickest Chicago Bears and fantasy football podcast. Sports entertainment like no other. It's gonna be sick.
So I've been informed that this is one of the hottest interviews for all the Chicago Bears. I'm excited. I got to be honest, before the draft, I was trying to manifest you coming to Chicago. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I wrote in my predictive piece, the mock draft with the twist. I had you going to the Bears all along. Was there ever a doubt? Is this the place that you wanted to be?
I mean, I was keeping my options open at the end of the day. I always told people I was, but I mean, at the back of my mind, I think there was so many great things about Chicago and the organization as a whole. And, having a pretty good feeling that Caleb was coming here and, watching him play, across the sidelines. So, I'm super grateful that this is the way it worked out. Yeah, I'm glad to be a Bear.
When you were on the same plane, that had to be the moment where you're like, okay, I'm going to Chicago too.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was like a coincidence after coincidence, working out with him, at USC pre-draft as well. Favorite player being Devin Hester, first jersey Brian Urlacher. There's a lot of coincidences that kind of was like, oh, it had to be.
It was way too much. And everything with Devin Hester, you wore the Devin Hester jersey to the Hall of Fame. How did that feel being a part of that whole thing? Did you get a chance to talk to him?
I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he had texted me and just wished me luck on the season, which I really appreciated. But I got to see him walk across the field and, seeing the videos of him receiving his gold jacket. So it was super special and something that, it was very inspiring to see.
So Devin Hester texted you. Was it out of the blue? Were you expecting it? And it's just numbers, right? You don't have them in your phone. Yeah. It's numbers. Did you think it was real, or did you think your friends were messing with you?
No, I thought it was real for sure. I mean, I figured at some point I'd be able to get to chat with him. So, it was one of those moments I was like, oh, man, Devin Hester just texted me. So it was dope, and, when, that was prior to him going to the Hall of Fame. So just told him, was excited for him. And he said, he was excited for the season and what we were going to do.
You sincerely have the nicest friends, because I would not have believed it. We would have gone through 8 rounds of like, who is this really? What burner phone is this? So that's pretty amazing. And I know that you said coming to the NFL is awesome. Like it's a dream come true, regardless of where you're drafted or anything like that. How do you like this situation, getting an opportunity to play with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen? Now, some people might be like, I want to be the number one person. I want to be the target monster. But now you're coming to a team with 2 established great players. How do you like coming into this situation?
I love it, honestly. At every stage of my career, I feel like I've had veteran guys, ahead of me, in my younger years. And I've learned so much from those people and watched them, flourish with their opportunities and, and then built into, kind of a similar, build where I was, the number one option. But I think, here it's just a collection of wide receivers who all, a wide receiver wants. And I think that's the way that I look at it. And just being able to learn from those guys and compete alongside them, I think it creates a fear in the defense and so many options for Caleb who, when he has that many, he's going to, dice them up. So, yeah.
I've heard it said that there's a race for 1,000 receiving yards. Are you guys really like that? How is the dynamic of like, you want to win football games, but you also have those personal goals. Like you want to get 1,000. What's that dynamic like?
I think it's awesome. It feels very similar to what the situation was that I had at UW, with Jalen McMillan and, Jalen Polk.
Yeah.
Just, 3 wide receivers who are all, competing with one another. But, at the end of the day, we're all rooting for each other as well. So that's the exact same way it is in that room. We're all rooting for each other and want each other's success 100%. But, of course, individually, we want to go out there and eat too. So I think it creates a kind of a friendly and, good competitive environment for all of us.
Again, I think this speaks to the kind of people I hang out with, because I hang out with a lot of comedians and we all want to see each other fail. We want to be the only ones getting like I don't like, you want the whole room, like when everybody does well, the room does well and things like that. But it's like, secretly you're kind of laughing. So it's good to see that you have those kind of spirited competitions. And if I can just interrupt the Bears talk for a second, because you mentioned Jalen Polk. I like him for fantasy this year. How do you think he's going to do in New England?
Oh, he's gonna kill it, man. He's gonna kill it. He's got that number 1 on. That gives him superpower. So he's gonna continue to do the things that he was doing at UW, making great contested catches, being great on his route running, knowing the offensive playbook in and out, and he's very versatile. So man, he's gonna have a big year. So go ahead and get him for sure.
All right,
early.
Well, I'm going to take a quick note just to tell everybody that's been flaming me on Twitter and all that stuff. Would like, oh, you're just no. He's a good player. Listen, if you don't listen to me, if you think I'm a joke, Rome Odunze says he's going to be good. So if you don't listen to me, which you're not going to, listen to Rome. What about this whole situation? Now, I know this is your first season with the Chicago Bears, so you really don't have anything to compare it to, but I will tell you, being out here, this is my first time at camp this season, the vibe's different. You kind of sense that because we've had optimism here before. Like, we always seem to want to talk ourselves into being good. Now it feels justified. Do you guys kind of feel that vibe?
Definitely. We have that confidence, and I think, it's a good situation to be in, when you have high expectations from the fan base and a passionate one at that. I feel like that's a great opportunity to be in. It wants you to, makes you want to go out there and play for them and play hard and go get some wins. So, especially in delivering on that promise is always a good feeling as well. So, that's something that we're definitely striving for. We talk about it a lot. We have all the talent in the world. Just need to, make sure we're disciplined and detailed, and we'll have a lot of success.
How's that defense going up against them? Your old buddy there, Kyler Gordon, sitting there, slot receiver. What's it like going up against him, and what's it like going up against his defense? Because you hear the phrase all the time, iron sharpens iron. Yeah. Is that true with this team?
Oh, man, it's 100% true. Going against guys like that, like Jalen and Tyreek and, all the DBs over there, are super talented. So being able to go against them every day, like, it challenges you and makes you want to learn more and learn the nuances within a route to, continue to have success. So, it's definitely iron sharpens iron for sure.
Who's the biggest talker? Because I have to assume it's Kwani B. Is it him? Is he? You don't have to say you're a rookie. Don't get yourself. Strike the question. I don't want to get yourself in trouble. Although I will tell you, Jaquan Brisker once stole my glove. We were in a celebrity softball game. I'm left-handed. Yeah. My glove disappears. I'm looking out in the crowd. I'm like, oh, it's Jaquan. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. So I want to ask you that. We strike that question from the record. What about the receivers though? Who's the biggest trash talker for the receivers? Because I know Keenan. Keenan is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I met DJ, interviewed him. He's cool too. Do you guys give it back to those guys as well?
Yeah, there's plenty of back and forth. I feel like we all respect each other's game though at the end of the day. So it's nothing saying anything too crazy. But it's always fun to have little banter back and forth for sure. But I don't think there's anybody specifically who is like more apt to it than others. But we all partake.
Do you like the fact too? I noticed DJ Moore signs an extension, which is huge. You're going to be here for 5 years. Caleb's going to be here for 5 years, and now we know that DJ's going to be here. Is there something to be said for that you guys are now going to be building something with the three of you?
Yeah, absolutely. It has that comfortability that no one's going anywhere, and I think that makes you want to grind in this place even more because we're going to be here, so might as well make the most of it. And I think him signing that extension is huge for all of us, just knowing such a talented player is going to be here.
Yeah. And you like to see that the team will take care of somebody who goes out there and performs well. So that's got to be pretty good for you. Now, the day that I'm here in camp, I noticed you were doing some punt returns. Is it a thing like, do you want to do that? Or is it just a fact of like, listen, whatever I need to do to get on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do it for sure. I want to, be an asset to this team or at any, position. I joke with Coach Hightower that I told him I want to go block a punt, and he thinks I'm joking, but I'm trying to be there and go get one, and I want to return kicks, I want to catch passes, I want to do anything I can to help this team. So yeah, it's definitely real. How
about the holder on the field goals?
Oh, of course. I think Torrey does an amazing job, but if his finger's cramping up or something like that, of course, yeah, I'll go in.
Well, there's a precedent. Former Washington great Eric Bjornson used to hold a player who played a long time ago. It's my era. That's when I listen. Washington, Dave. Have you ever seen the name Dave Janowski?
Dave Janowski sounds familiar.
Okay, you would have seen him on the walls there at Washington, but
what number was he?
He was number 19.
Okay, yeah.
Long-haired guy, back in the 90s. I'm old. The golden years. Speaking of the golden years, now we're sitting here in front of the wall of championships. It's been a while since we got the 85 one, but there's 9 in total. What is it going to take for the Bears to get number 10? Is he in the shot still too? Yes. Okay. Listen, I want to make sure we're producing on the fly. Like we're just hanging out here.
I think, like I said earlier, we have, all the talent to do so. I think it's just going to take, a lot of determination and, consistency throughout the long season. Just, having to start fast and, continuing that streak, hopefully. And then when it comes to playoff time, just, playing smart, physical, and doing all the things that we're capable of doing. So I think it's just the grind, just understanding that it's going to take a lot, everything out of us for sure.
What's it been like as you guys had the extra practice time because of the Hall of Fame game? Is it tough? Like, you want to get going. You want to start playing real NFL games, but you've also had the extra preseason game, and I get 3 more still.
Yeah.
What's it like trying to get into that mindset?
I mean, for me at least, everything is new. Every experience of here is new. So I think for me, I'm taking it all, as an opportunity and being blessed, taking part in it. So I think it's awesome. But just having a plan of how we're going about it through training camp, through the preseason game, so that way, come game one, for the real thing, we're all firing on all cylinders.
Okay, I predicted you guys to win 12 games this season. Are you going to make me look good or make me look bad?
I'm going to make you look good. We got you.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're so happy to have you here. Rome Odunze, everybody. Thanks so much.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Adam Rank on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcast. Brought to you by Circa Sports Illinois.